You have seen the footballers score impossible goals. Those shots that seem to defy gravity, curving around a wall of defenders to find the top corner of the net. It looks like magic, but it is actually pure physics. Believe it or not, these players are using the air around them as a tool effectively. Today we are going to pull back the curtain on the world's most famous sports mystery, the Magnus Effect.
Welcome to the Primer. Your journey to academic excellence starts here.
Welcome back to the Primer. I'm Ubaid, and today we are using the football to understand real-world fluid dynamics. Whether you are a football fanatic or a student trying to visualize complex theories or concepts, this is the perfect way to see science in action. Let's break down how exactly these pros turn air pressure into their 12th teammate. So to understand the curve, we have to look at the air. When a ball moves through the air, it creates a boundary layer around it, a kind of thin region of air molecules that cling to the ball's surface. When the player strikes the ball perfectly straight, the air flows symmetrically around both sides of the ball. That means the pressure is equal on both sides. But when the players strike the ball off center, they impart spin. As the ball rotates, the surface of the balls grab the air molecules. One side of the ball, the spin moves with the incoming air, dragging it along and speeding it up. On the opposite side, the spin moves against the airflow and slowing it down. There's a principle called Bernoulli's principle, and according to the Bernoulli's principle, faster moving air exerts less pressure. So the side where the air is moving faster, it experiences lower pressure, while the side where the air is moving slower, it experiences higher pressure. So the ball is effectively being pushed from the high pressure side toward the low pressure side. That, my friends, is nothing but the Magnus effect in action. Magnus effect is named after German physicist Heinrich Gustav Magnus, who experimentally investigated and described this phenomena in 1853. So it is not magic, it is a pressure differential. The Magnus effect is the aerodynamic phenomena. A spinning ball moving through air curves from its straight path. The rotation drags the surrounding air, creating a kind of pressure difference across the ball that generates a sideways force, or we call it the Magnus lift force, and that sideways force causes ball to curve. A banana kick in football is a technique where a player strikes the ball in a way that causes the ball to travel in a curved or swerving trajectory through the air, resembling the shape of a banana. It is commonly used in free kicks and corner kicks to navigate the ball around defensive walls or to curl it into a specific part of the goal that a goalkeeper might struggle to reach. So how does a player actually execute this? It comes down to the strike zone. So to get that beautiful banana-shaped curve, a player does not strike the ball or center of the ball. Instead, they strike the off-center either on the outer half for an in-swinger curve or the inner half for an out-swinger curve using the instep or outside of the foot. So players typically approach the ball at an angle roughly about 30 to 40 degrees rather than just running straight at it. By striking off-center, they generate two types of velocity. First is translational velocity and second is rotational velocity. So translational velocity moves the ball forward toward the goal, and rotational velocity provides that crucial spin so that the curve can be generated. The ratio between these two is the secret sauce. If you have too much speed and not enough spin, the ball flies straight. If you have too much spin and not enough speed, the ball loses its momentum too early and creates a kind of wobbly, unpredictable path. So you have to manage both the things effectively, speed and spin. We also have to talk about the design of the ball itself. Modern FIFA match balls aren't just smooth spheres. They have engineered panels and surface textures that act like turbulators. So these tiny bumps create turbulence on the ball's surface, which helps the boundary layer of air stay attached for longer. So this allows the Magnus effect to remain active even as the ball starts to slow down, keeping that curve sharp right until it hits the back of the net. So physics in a textbook is perfect, but on the pitch, we have variables that change the game. The first is air density. If a match is played at high altitude, the air is thinner at high altitude, meaning there are less air molecules for the ball to grab onto. So this reduces the Magnus effect, which is why shots taken in high altitude stadiums often seem to travel faster and curve differently than at sea levels. The second is velocity decay. As the ball travels, it loses speed due to drag. As the velocity drops, the pressure differential changes. So this is why you see some balls appear to dip or change direction mid-flight. When the ball's forward speed drops, the rotational force becomes more dominant, causing that late, sharp snap in the trajectory. And finally, consider the knuckleball. If a player strikes the ball with almost zero spin, they avoid the Magnus effect entirely. Without that stabilizing spin, the ball becomes subject to chaotic air currents and causing it to swerve unpredictably. It's the opposite of a banana kick, but it relies on the exact same principles of the fluid dynamics. Whether you want a predictable curve or a chaotic swerve, it's all about controlling how the ball interacts with the air. We have covered the why, but if you have ever tried this on the field, you know it's harder than it looks. If you are enjoying the physics behind the game, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming deep dives. So the next time you watch a football match, don't just see a goal, see the science behind it. Science is happening on that pitch in every single moment. If you want to know more concepts like this, check out my playlist on science and sports. Don't forget to comment below which player in the 2026 tournament has the best free kick technique. I am Ubaid and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Primer. Your journey to academic excellence starts here.